Hey everyone, it's Keely Maryum. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing some viral hijabi products that I bought off of Amazon. These are products that I've seen all over like TikTok and Instagram, and I really wanted to try them for a while, so I went ahead and I bought them. So I'm going to be sharing what I purchased, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I will be testing these products as well to see how well they actually work. And in some cases I didn't buy the exact ones that were viral, just the same product but a different brand, so kind of like a cheaper dupe that I found. The first one I'm going to be starting out with is the fashion tape. I've seen so many hijabis use this to keep their hijab in place, and basically it's just like a double-sided tape. Obviously you can only use it once. There are 50 in here. It looks quite small, but yeah, there's 50 in here. And so basically how I've seen a lot of people use this is they take it, they peel it off, and they put it usually right here to keep chiffon from slipping especially. I'm sure you could use it other places like at the side if you're worried about that showing, or you could even probably even attach it to your clothing if you're worried about it like slipping some way, or you want to do a hijab style where it kind of drapes over your clothes in some way, like maybe like how I have it here. If you want it like maybe down more, you could maybe like, I don't know, use it. I don't know. I think this would be really fun to experiment with, and yeah, I'm really excited to see if this was worth it or not. The next product is actually one that I currently use every day, and that is hijab magnets. These ones also come with like the little pins that you can put underneath your chin to keep that in place. And so I do have one, but I have one that is quite a bit more expensive than the ones that I purchased. This one, there are 4 magnets and I believe 4 of these little pins. So I definitely feel like I'll probably be getting my money's worth. The thing that I will be testing though is the strength of these magnets, because I did purchase one time that was a little bit on the cheaper side, and the magnet was just really weak and it just kept falling off and I kept losing it. I'm hoping that this one will be better. I'm actually gonna open this up right now and just see. Oh, they actually seem really strong. Oh, it's actually hard to even get these apart. Yeah, these ones seem really strong. I do have one that is more expensive that I use for my everyday, and it does seem pretty comparable to this just from pulling it apart right now. But the one that I purchased was, I think, maybe like $10 Canadian. So that is a little bit on the pricey side just for like one magnet. But I can't remember how much I spent on this, and obviously the prices might change too on Amazon. But yeah, when I purchased this, they were a lot cheaper than just the one that I purchased. The reason why I purchased more of these is because I would love to have them to kind of pin to my clothing, to pin in different areas. And these are also really great because they don't leave holes or anything like that in your hijab. I opt for these as opposed to pins. I used to use the pin, and for me it was just kind of a pain because it would kind of just like feel really irritating when I put it under my chin. It would kind of like rub in like an annoying way. I don't know. With this you can kind of like adjust the magnets, like you can put it down lower, you can put it tighter. Oh, excuse me please. Thank you. Now the final product I am most excited to try, and that is the stitch guns. I purchased a different one than the one that I was seeing everywhere, so I hope this is the right product because I'm a little bit nervous about that. So with the stitch gun, basically I've just seen, it's just a way to like pin the hijab, basically like all the products that I'm showing here. But it's basically like it puts a stitch in your hijab, like maybe under your chin or wherever. I don't know really how to explain it. It's literally just like a stitch. And like I guess what you do is you put it like, I don't know, like wherever, and you just kind of go like this and it puts a stitch in. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play around with this. I'm kind of nervous to test this out as well. The one that I've seen everywhere is like green. I don't know, it was more pricey than this one. This one was a little bit cheaper, so I decided to try this one. I hope that wasn't a mistake. So basically it comes with this stitch gun here, and it comes with a bunch of these little things to stitch together. Somehow you load it into this thing. Anyways, it comes with like a whole bunch of them. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna really need to buy any more of these. because there's a lot. There's like a bunch of black ones and then there's white ones, which is great. It can go with different outfits. But yeah, this does look a little bit intimidating to use. It also doesn't really have clear instructions, like an instruction manual or anything like that. It just has like these pictures on the back. One thing that I'm most worried about though is taking these out afterwards. I think I'll probably just like very carefully use some small scissors or something like that. I've seen where some other girls will kind of just like rip it out very quickly without actually damaging the hijab, but I definitely think that it can go very wrong if you don't know what you're doing. But anyways, these are all the products that I have. I'm actually going to go outside in the next couple of days and I'm going to try them outside because I feel like you really have to wear them outside in the real world when you're running errands, when there could be like wind. Basically what I'm trying to see is if it actually holds outside. So yeah, I am just gonna go and test these out. So I went to the mall today, which I thought would be the perfect chance to try out those products that I showed you guys. I did also try out a new hijab style using these, which I think it worked really well. I've kind of seen this style before, but not as full coverage, so I used these products to make this style a little bit more full coverage, which I think really works. So I have the fashion tape on this side here to kind of keep it closed a little bit, and then I also have a magnet that's hooking this part of my hijab, like the one that kind of comes in front, to my undercap at the side. Okay, so first of all, the magnets are actually holding really well. I think they actually work better than the more expensive one that I purchased. So I have one here and I actually do have one at the back as well. They haven't slipped at all, which normally the one that I use does kind of slip a little bit over like the course of the day, but it's been pretty good. I've had it on for a few hours and yeah, I really like it actually. Now, as for the fashion tape, it's kind of, I noticed it kind of like makes noises and it kind of pulls away a little bit, and I've kind of had to adjust it a little bit, but it still has like good stick, like it still sticks pretty well. So I do overall think it is a pretty good product. I don't think it like works perfectly, and I don't expect it to like stick in place permanently and like, you know, like that's a little bit unreasonable. So for me, it is also pretty good. Now, as for the stitch gun, I did try to use that this morning when I was getting ready, but honestly, I couldn't get it to work. The stitches were only coming out part way, like they weren't actually going through the fabric. So maybe it's just the fabric that I'm using. After a few tries though, I decided to just kind of like give up on using the stitch gun because it was just putting unnecessary holes into my hijab. So I might try it with like a different fabric. Maybe it needs something heavier. This is a pretty light, thin fabric. Maybe I'm gonna try it with something a little bit thicker, and I will let you guys know how that goes. So I tried out that stitch gun on a different hijab fabric and I managed to get it to work, but I don't think it was the hijab fabric. I think it was just the method that I was using, because the first time I tried it on the jersey hijab, it didn't go all the way through. So basically what I had to do was push quite firmly on the outside of the hijab, like where the needle is sticking out, because the needle has to go through both pieces of fabric. So here's the little stitch on the outside, you can see, and it goes all the way through my undercap as well. So yeah, it does work. It was just the method that I was using wasn't working correctly. So yeah. Anyways, that's all that I had to share with you guys for today. So please make sure to like and subscribe.